Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the very next episode of The Remedy with Tova Sido and
Janice Gaunt and
Tom Bridwell.
welcome back from Mexico.
oh, gracias, senora.
How many drinks with umbrellas did you have?
None with umbrellas.
None with umbrellas. I don't
No.
get umbrella drinks either.
No.
But you drink tequila, right?
No, not really.
Oh.
I had a margarita. I had a mango. On two different occasions, I had a mango margarita out by the pool, which was just so delicious. And then the food is so good. The restaurants are so good. And so I had a martini one night.
Oh, yeah, you love the martini.
I do love a martini, but I don't drink it. I mean, I don't drink them that often because they're pretty strong. Mm-hmm. So, but it was really, really, really fun.
I Googled where you stayed, and now I really want to go.
Yeah,
We should get sponsors from them.
We should. We really should.
As much as we've talked about that spot.
I mean, really, honestly and truly, it is my favorite hotel in the whole world.
I mean, and you are
I've been to
a
some.
massive hotel snob. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I
okay.
am.
So it's a big endorsement for that, if you ask me. They are not our sponsors this week, unfortunately. Paige Anderson and Julie Cooper.
Well, that's good.
they are-
Thank you, girls.
What they provide is so much sweeter than that place, even though it sounds like it's pretty unbelievable.
It's really good.
But thank you, Julie.
We should have a remedy retreat there.
Okay.
And the three of
Business-
us go with our
business expense.
partners.
That we would all have a great
We would
time.
have a great time
vacation.
together.
Because I feel like we could do whatever we want, be together when we want. It would be a no stress
Yeah.
situation.
No, it's no stress.
Well, Julie and Paige, thank you for being our sponsors this week. We
Yes,
make it
thank you.
super easy for you to be our very next sponsor. All you have to do is Venmo at Tova-Sido.
Yeah. And if you have a business and you want us to do commercials during our
We're cute. We can sell shit.
yeah, we'll make it fun.
We'll make it so much fun. So you did have a great time.
Yeah, it was great. It was really fun.
Good.
And then Buddy got home this morning, so we were very happy.
You know,
the dog trainer brought him home.
I bet that makes it more fun to come home.
Well, see,
Because then you get excited about something.
Yeah.
Like
he
you're
brought
not
him this
just
morning.
Going back to work.
Yeah. It was great.
I'm so glad. I was not at the beach this weekend, unfortunately.
Sorry.
I wish I was. Little fun fact, before we got on air, I don't know why we got on this, but I asked Janice and Tom who their celebrity crushes were. And with much disappointment, Janice, would you like to tell everybody who your celebrity
Yes,
crush is?
I am so proud to introduce you to my celebrity squeeze, Huey Lewis.
I was like, bro, you got to get better than that.
I'm defending her. He's a good-looking dude, and he's got great songs.
Oh, his songs are so good.
Timeless.
Songs.
Yes.
Great. Y'all are really pushing this Huey thing.
No, you just are not familiar enough with Huey.
Oh, don't need money. Don't need fame. What's that song? Which one's that one?
I don't know that one.
Tom, you know which one I'm talking about.
That was from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
You've probably never listened to like his
Power of Love
records.
is a song of his.
Power of Love.
That's the one that I'm singing. That's the power of love.
I Need a New Drug, which somebody ended up
I
copying
don't
for
like
Ghostbusters.
that song either. I don't know. It's not my style.
That's the one that sounds like Ghostbusters
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah, it does.
He sued that guy and won.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
know
they
that.
copied it?
Scandalous.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're not talking about our celebrity crushes today.
Okay, if I have a dinner party and Huey's there, you're not invited.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll call up George Clooney and Brad Pitt and Ryan Reynolds, John Mayer. Who else?
I don't know.
Chris Martin. I've got a whole list of them.
You be ho.
You be ho. I might be tempted if those men were involved.
Preacher woman.
No, I could never, ever, ever be tempted when I've got Craig Schrank. Come on. Did you just snort laugh, Tom, or was that you, Janice?
No, it wasn't me.
I think Tom snort
I
laughed.
think he did too.
Okay.
Or maybe he was dozing off.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you're tired today.
He went on a camp out and it was no bueno. It rained.
That's like, you got massive dad points for that.
Indeed.
Wow.
I'm getting to go to a concert tonight.
Oh, who are you going
is
to go
it?
see?
I'm going to see Mr. Bungle, which is a very, very odd, quirky, weird band that, trust me, you don't want to research.
Okay.
They're weird.
Okay.
Mr. Bungle?
Where are you
Mr.
go-
Bungle. It's the singer for Faith No More, which is arguably my favorite band of all time. It's his side project band, but it's like really hard metal.
Oh, I would hate that.
And it's going to be pretty loud and crazy. But
Where?
I'm super excited. It's at the House of Blues.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun place to
It
see.
is. It's really
I'm
fun.
excited.
But bunch
Mr.
of
Bungle.
headbangers out there tonight.
There probably will be, maybe, yes. And I don't even really like that kind of music. I just love this guy, this singer guy. He's amazing.
cool.
I watch him do anything that he does. I want to be there.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's a cool thing to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about 7 science-based ways to retrain your brain to be more positive.
Think this is going to be great.
Go to Cancun, Mexico, and stay at Janice's resort.
That's correct. That will do it.
I mean, that's really all that it would take for me to
Oh, yeah.
turn
Yeah.
things around real
Yeah,
quick.
for sure. Absolutely, for sure.
So we're going to talk about this today, and then next week we're going to talk about the benefits. What are the benefits of reframing and retraining our brain to be more positive? What are the effects of that? So, but today we're going to talk about how do we retrain our brain to be more positive. Would you say that most people have more of a negative outlook or a more positive outlook? What's your experience with the population? Not
Right.
your friends, but the masses.
I think that most people have a negative outlook.
Really?
I really do.
Put a percent to it if you had to.
I don't know, maybe 75%.
That's high.
Yeah, I really kind of think so because I think that people have not, for the most part, have not been taught how to develop a positive attitude. And I think, there are some things that are difficult in the world, or if you're, having financial issues or whatever, there are a lot of things that can bring us down. But I think that what we've just not been taught is that we do have the power to kind of retrain our brains to be more positive. I mean, think about it. What if we did that in school, starting in kindergarten?
Why aren't they teaching that stuff in the school system?
Because I think most adults don't do it.
I know. Well, I know that.
You know?
I totally agree with that. But how sad, I mean, that we learned pointless math that I've never used since I've graduated, but nobody talked about my family of origin or the training of my brain when I was growing up. I mean, that would have been so much more beneficial to my well-being and my adulting than any calculus formula I
Well,
solved.
you do have to subtract your money in your checkbook.
Oh, there's always a lot of subtracting. Don't you worry. Okay, let's get this party started.
Well, so can I say one thing
Yeah,
really quickly?
please.
I think the thing that is so important about training our brain to be more positive is I think the benefits of it are going to really change our quality of life.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
I think people that go around with a half-empty attitude what they experience in life. So I do think it has an effect on our actual living.
1,000%.
Yeah.
I was counseling a young man this morning, and he has never really understood. He has so much anger about humanity. And like, he just gets real pissed off about rich people, and he gets real pissed off at spoiled people, and he gets real pissed off at he has a really difficult time having relationships with other men. And we're talking through this. Well, this all traces back to the fact that he grew up incredibly poor, incredibly with a single mom. Dad left, never came back, never had anything to do with him, never. And so he grew up with all this without, and he was resenting all the people who looked like they had with, whether it was they had a dad, or they had the financial support, or they had, they didn't have a mom who had to work 3 jobs to raise 3 kids on her own. So there's just all this anger and resentment toward humanity. And it 100% all goes back to the fact that his dad was nowhere to be found. I told him today, I said, "You have daddy issues." And he goes, "Oh my God."
Of course.
I never thought about that. I have daddy issues. And
He's obviously doing okay if he can afford therapy.
his insurance helps with that a lot. But thank God.
Yeah.
Because that, to me, I don't know, that seems like that seems like a luxury to be able to pay somebody to talk to you about your issues.
I think
Maybe
it is.
he doesn't have it as
luxury.
bad as he thinks.
I think it is, but he works for it, and he sacrifices a lot to come to therapy.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. He sounds like he needs it, because to be mad at somebody because they're successful is really.
Oh, he hates them.
That's bass backwards.
Yeah. Well, it's the training of his brain from the time he was a little kid. So I think you're exactly right that the benefits, which we'll talk about next week, of this, I think are going to really inspire us to think about how we look at life.
Yeah, I agree.
So this says science has shown that there are a number of ways to retrain your brain to be positive. And here are 7 of them. Here are 7 science-based methods that can help. So the thing that I love about when we do stuff like this is I love science-based stuff.
Right.
I feel like that gives it the credibility. This isn't just willy-nilly, even though I think all 3 of us are incredibly bright. This has some research base to it. So I think that could really be inspiring. So Janice, you want to tackle number 1?
Sure. Practice gratitude. One of the best ways to retrain your brain to be more positive is to practice gratitude. When you focus on the good things in your life, it helps to put things in perspective and makes it easier to find the silver lining in difficult situations. I think this is, one of the most important things that we can do.
Critical.
Is practice gratitude and remember to talk about that. When Tom and I were in Mexico, we both talked about this. I said, I just feel like I'm so grateful that we can afford to come here, and I'm grateful that you want to be here and it's just you and I. There were so many things to be grateful for around then when I got home, I was like, okay, I'm so glad to be home. I was glad to be home. I was excited when Buddy came home today. And, so I think that practice of gratitude really does make a difference. My dad loved saying the attitude of gratitude is what you've got to focus on. And he gave us all the grandkids, my sister and I and all the grandkids, this thing that it was a Chuck Swindoll thing, and it was about the attitude of gratitude, and gave it all to us, and we've all still got it.
Oh, that's
paper.
Really cool.
It's really cool.
You practice gratitude every morning, don't you? Don't you have a gratitude journal?
Well, I don't journal, but I go every morning when I'm doing my readings. I focus on 5 things that I'm grateful for. And then I try to implement some things that I always can say Tom or my children or my grandchildren or something, but there was I I have a client whose father is going to have his foot amputated. And this morning I was like, oh, wow, I'm just so grateful that for my health and that I don't have to have my foot amputated.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But anyway, I think it's really important, and I think it will retrain your brain.
Yes.
To be more positive.
It's my experience that people have a very difficult time finding gratitude when their circumstances are difficult. I think it's hard to feel like, oh, but at least I have the da-da-da and da-da-da. And yet I think that that's the very thing that could make a difference in that moment.
Yeah, I agree.
I have some dear friends who lost their husband and father last week.
Yeah.
And
so sorry.
Yeah, it's so, I mean, it was just he died of a heart attack. And
how old was he?
63.
Wow.
And his daughter's getting married next month, and they're just a precious family, and he's such a good dad. And when I went over there to meet with him and chat with him about it and just hug on him and love on him, one thing that they kept going back to, but we were so lucky to have him as our dad for as long as we did.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted longer, but we are so grateful that and I was like, it's so hard to have that perspective in those moments.
Yeah.
And yet I really do think it helps.
Of course.
In the healing of that is to find the gratitude even when it's difficult.
I agree.
Tom, you want to take 2?
Sure. Let's see. Use positive affirmations. Repeating positive affirmations such as I enjoy life and I am full of health and positivity helps to rewire your brain. It can have a powerful effect on your mood and outlook on life. I'm sorry I started laughing because the first thing I think of is Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me.
Yes, we should be saying that more.
I agree. You know, I guarantee those positive affirmations will change your life. The power of I am happy, I am healthy, I am fun. I mean, all of those things can really make a difference.
Well, we speak life.
Yeah.
We speak life into life. And so if I wake up and I'm like, I'm tired, I'm worn out, I'm exhausted, I'm sick of this, but then that will be my attitude.
It will be your reality. Too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will speak that life.
Yeah. I think the power of I am is just incredible.
And I think even if you, like you say all the time, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Even if you really don't feel like that, there is some rewiring that happens when we manifest it in our brains. The third one, which I personally love, is smile. Even if you don't feel like smiling, forcing yourself to do so can actually help boost your mood. When you smile, your brain releases dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin, which make you feel good. Hot damn.
Yeah.
That's like easy, quick fix.
It is.
When somebody smiles at me, I love that.
Yeah, I know I've talked about this before, that when I was getting my divorce, I was so depressed, and I made a commitment to smile at every single person that I walked by, a tooth smile. Or if I was at a red light and somebody pulled up beside me, to smile with, not just that little, but the one where your teeth show. And it really helped. It really helped me to be able to pull myself out of my sadness and some depression around the divorce.
I believe that.
Yep. I do too.
I really believe that. And I really believe that it has a beautiful impact on others too.
Oh, yeah.
I love
because
when
people smile back.
Yeah.
For the most part, they do.
We've talked about this before, but I think that was one of the most difficult things for me with COVID and the mask.
Yeah.
I hated not being able to see somebody smile. You
Yeah.
could see it in their eyes, but I really missed that.
I know. It
During
was
COVID.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all miss that.
I do too.
It's
I really
a
do.
smile is a connection.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's what we're all looking for in life anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, why don't you take exercise, Missy?
Okay, exercise is not only good for your physical health, but it's also great for your mental health. It helps to release endorphins, which have mood boosting effects. Yeah, big fan of it.
If I didn't exercise, I would be
Absolutely essential.
a monster.
Yeah.
I would. I would be a monster if I couldn't exercise.
Yeah, I mean, Tom and I, when we were in Mexico, I mean, every morning he would get up and go get me coffee and him tea and bring it to the room, and we would sit out on the porch and kind of just look through I would do my devotional stuff, and we'd look through our emails and stuff, and then we'd go exercise before we spent the rest of the day, and it's so habitual, and I guarantee you it totally reframes my mind. And it's good. If you're not doing it, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to go do something that's crazy difficult. Just walk.
I only walked today, and I feel fantastic about it.
Yeah.
I think walking is great exercise.
I do too.
And I love being outside. Except
Yeah.
I kind of got bit up by mosquitoes.
You did?
Yeah. Kind of have lots of mosquito bites today. I don't know why. Okay, Tom, you want the next one?
Sure. Spending time with positive people. Hanging out with negative people can often bring you down, while spending time with positive people has the opposite effect. Positive people can help to lift you up and make you see the world in a more positive light.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's something that all three of us take pretty darn seriously.
I do too.
I mean, I think you have to spend time with people that elevate you.
Yeah. And, sometimes I would think that you have experienced this, Tova, that when I was seeing a lot more people every day than I do now, I mean, sometimes it was difficult for me at the end of the day to have a positive outlook, because I had listened for so many hours, like 8 hours, of people who were in difficult situations or who weren't being positive themselves. And it does kind of have an effect on you.
I think the only time I really get affected is if it's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if it's somebody that I really care a lot about, and like it's just whatever they're experiencing is so sad. Or sometimes I also get a little feisty inside.
When
there's a
people are just
couple-
na 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 na.
Did you feel that sometimes? when you-
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
What the
yeah.
is wrong with you two?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're kind of just like, thank God that's hour's over.
Yeah. That's true. It's true.
But I'm sure you thought that plenty of time when I was on your
No,
couch.
I
like,
never
thank
thought
God she's
that
gone.
of you. Never, ever, ever, ever. That's the truth. I never
Ran out of
was
Kleenex
ready
boxes.
for you to go.
Yeah, I think that people give or take, and I
Yeah.
think that when you're in relationships with somebody, it's got to be a mutual giving and a mutual taking.
Yeah.
Otherwise we get drained.
Yeah, and I think that's why we have to have a really good boundary system of allowing somebody to be, not affecting us as much as we could allow them to. If somebody's really, really, really depressed or just negative Nelly all over the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah.
I don't think any of us would spend time with people who
No.
didn't make us feel better, act better, do better, inspire us,
Yeah.
make us laugh, whatever it is. I
Yeah.
mean, there's always a mutual giving and taking in relationships.
Yeah.
I love this next one because I believe in it a lot, even though I don't look like it today. It says, take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally, it's going to be difficult to be positive no matter how hard you try. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, and taking some time for yourself every day to relax and de-stress. I am such a fan of this.
Me too. And it's really easy for me to do.
Me too.
I can do it a lot.
And I believe that it may be selfish, but it's also self-care. Self-care is selfish.
Yeah.
But there's an element of selfishness that I think we all need to have in order to be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah, sleep in particular is really important to me.
Me too.
Yeah.
And eating right.
Yeah.
And I mean, all of exercise, all of this and I think also, I mean, again, it doesn't look like it today, but I think showering and, making an effort in how you are presenting, I think makes a difference in how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, I think so too. I really do.
I know you're big on that. Okay. And I know you're big on 7 too.
Oh, practice meditation. Meditation is a great way to train your mind to be more positive and peaceful. It helps to focus on the present moment and clear away negative thoughts and emotions. Yeah, no matter how, there are a lot of ways you can do meditation. You can do a breathing meditation, or you can do an audible meditation directive, or you can make a list of things in your brain that bring you peace and joy. And there's so much availability for different types of practice that really is helpful. It really is.
Yoga does that for sure for me. And it's not because I have all the breathing tactics down. I don't. But when I'm in yoga, the only thing I can think about is yoga.
Yeah, me too. Like, get me the heck out of this yoga place. I do not like yoga.
I know you don't, and I love it.
And my daughter is one of the best yoga teachers in Dallas.
She sure is.
But yeah, I was years ago. I was really, really, really into it, and I don't like it.
I just like I try really hard to not look around. I look up at the ceiling or straight ahead or behind. I try not to look around at the people. I try to just really practice presence.
It's just so hot.
Well, I don't go to the ones that are burning up. Oh, that is like too much for me. Then I got to think about whether or not I'm going to die. And I don't want to do that.
Well, I'd rather be a Neiman Marcus when I go than in hot yoga.
Yeah, you and me both. Okay, so they listed off a quick, what are some things that you can do to retrain your brain for a more positive outlook? These are just real quick. I'll run through them. And then if you have anything you want to add while I'm reading them or after we're done, there's only 6 of them. I think these are great.
Okay.
It says ruminate on positive thoughts as opposed to negative ones. Perform random acts of kindness. Totally believe in that. Take some time each day to do something you enjoy. Become a rational optimist. Mm-hmm. Listen to upbeat or classical music.
Huey Lewis.
Definitely classical. And savor the moment. Take a deep breath.
Yeah. Love that.
I do too.
Yeah, when you do those things, you are getting back into your body instead of looking externally at, oh, the world is so bad and all of that stuff. Or, it makes a big, big, big difference.
Yes, and I can't remember where I read this, but I read it a long time ago that even just 2 weeks of new thought processes and rewiring and using the I ams, the positive I ams.
Yeah.
After 2 weeks of this practice, you will feel different.
You will feel different. And you'll feel better.
Better.
Yeah, exactly.
What a remedy.
Yeah, it really is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stuff we definitely believe in. So we hope it helps your week be more positive, not just your week, but your outlook, your life,
Yeah.
your attitude.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.